and welcome to Monster Hunter World. What we have here today is my switchaxe build. Now with the new version update, we have found the new Kirin armor and it is gorgeous on a woman. What we want to see though from this our particular piece of armor is the free elemental ammo up. Skill that is very good and it goes with pretty much all level 8 cool tarot weapons, and it also works very well with this particular weapon, the Barrett Grinder 3. This particular weapon has not crazy amounts of paralysis. Right now in my set I'm working 3 joules, and you can see that there's only 300 paralysis on the element. But where it actually comes in handy is the file type. The file type is paralysis, which is incredible because the switchaxe is the only one who can actually do that. I really feel like it's a great weapon and it's so underestimated. I mean, I finish fights really fast with this weapon. You'd want to know why I'm using all these types of weapon and I don't have that much stats. It's normal. I mean, you can't have all the stats. I rock a power prolonger, which is really awesome. I got focus 2. Those are pretty much leftovers, and I got a protective polish, of course. Attack 4, which is really important. Paralysis attack, free elemental ammo up. You all want these. The only thing is I haven't gotten that many switchaxe. You know, the first level stone. I didn't have enough of those, so I decided to not finish it. But I would definitely put an attack and maybe one more affinity in there. Or you can go with health regen if you're too lazy to actually grab a potion. There's a lot of great sets, but personally, what I like about this set is that it gives me resistance to dragon. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but most of the endgame armor give you minus defense against dragons, and it is incredibly annoying because Valhassa, Teostra, freaking Kushala Daora and Nergayante, they all have dragon attacks, and when they do it with all the other armors, you get destroyed. And if you can't dodge it, which will happen if you play 4-player conquest, 4-player quest types, you will definitely get screwed by that minus dragon trait, you know. So let's go into the equipment guide. I use Diablos Nero's helm, obviously, for the focus. It gives me 2, it doesn't give me 3. I was thinking about going with 3, but then I thought to myself, I'd rather have the file longer there than to have them come out faster, you know. It's a preference. I use the new Kirin jacket, the Y. It's not boosted yet, not upgraded. I'm working on upgraded this set. But I found out that the files actually do some quite great amount of damage. The defense is not bad for overall. A lot of people would say, why are you rocking the Vangus coil? Well, simply the slots. Plus, latent power isn't that bad of a skill to have. It boosts your affinity and your stamina depletion. It actually reduces the stamina depletion by 10% and increases affinity by 10%, which is something you want, because unless you can evade everything in the game, this pops up and lasts about a minute and a half, and that's a lot of damage increase, especially with minus affinity. I have maximum might at 1 simply because I don't want that minus affinity on that weapon. You never want to be under an affinity. Never. What else can we talk about this set? I went with attack boost, but you could easily go with dragon damage or dragon resistance. I mean, sorry, or weakness of not weakness exploit, but the expert jewels, or I don't know, more divine blessing. It really depends on how you play, and also something that we don't talk a lot more. Talk a lot about too much. It's this new cape, this new mantle that we got. Um, it's really good. Like, if you really are lazy about evading, this should be your top mental. Because even with the rock steady mental, which is awesome, it just negates the damage reaction. It doesn't negate the damage. It does block it a little, but seriously, this thing, other than the roars, is amazing. What I like about the Barrett Grinder 3 though is really the file type and the fact that you have a level 2 slot and a level 1 slot. I mean, I could boost it and put an extra slot upgrade and then attack, which would make this a very good weapon. I kind of like the either defense or health regen on it. People underestimate how important it is to have great defense in end games, which is why I don't use this set right now on end game. The defense is a bit too low because I just started working on this set. And it's actually not that bad. I got yeah, two of them are pretty lazy. It gets better when you work at it. So guys, don't give up. And this is my paralysis switchaxe set. It's not great. It's not done. So keep close and don't give up. It's a good fight. And if you have any questions about this set, why I went with this or whatever, just leave it in the comments. And this was a broadcast by the Angry French Guy, so have fun.